So my name is Ken Rosman. I'm the studio head and the executive producer of Radical doing Prototype 2. So Prototype 1 ends with Alex Mercer, or a facsimile, the virus-infested Alex Mercer, taking the nuke offshore, and it explodes, and essentially New York has a devastation from that. So Prototype 2 picks up 14 months after the events of that nuclear explosion, and New York is now broken into 3 zones. You've got the green zone, red zone, and yellow zone, and essentially it's what happens to New York after 14 months of time have passed. So the gameplay is similar. From the green and the yellow zone are still very much similar to the environments that players experienced in Prototype 1, although the scale, the verticality of the city is less. I mean, the Manhattan was all about the skyscrapers. So while the player does go back to Manhattan in the red zone, it's a different Manhattan. It's blown out skyscrapers, it's toppled over buildings. So that locomotion experience that players really liked from the first game is still there, but it's going to feel all new and different. So James Heller, while he gets many of Alex Mercer's fans' loved powers, he has his own slant to those powers. So his blade arm's a little bit different. Obviously, one of his new powers is the tendril power, which really it's a really interesting power because not only is it unique every time because it's our own physics engine, but it actually leaves its mark on the world. In Prototype 1, you could tear people up, but as soon as you left, there was nothing to really show that you had left a mark in the city. Whereas in Prototype 2 with the tendrils, you'll get tendrils stringing people up, and as you leave, you just see this devastation. It's pretty cool. So Prototype 2 is about, at its top level, it's a revenge story. It's Sergeant Heller seeking revenge for the destruction of his city and the loss of his family, and he blames Alex and Blackwatch for the devastation. So at the top level, it is James Heller going after Alex Mercer. Beyond that, there is still that narrative, that conspiracy that was very much interesting to people in the first game. That still comes back, but it's less in your face this time. You know, honestly, one of my favorites is the weaponization. There's nothing like being able to tear the tow missile launcher off of a tank or the missile pod from a helicopter. It's just, you know, it's taking the machine gun off of a guy and taking it to 10. It's just a lot of fun. Prototype 2, you can still take over military vehicles. So you can still take over control of helicopters, tanks, APCs. We're not adding civilian vehicles. We still feel that the fun of locomoting through the city is using James Heller's own powers. He still can run faster than any car can drive. He can still jump farther than any car can move. So it's still, you know, the fun about taking over military vehicles is the firepower. You know, the city is about locomoting through it.
What the hell? Sergeant? Open fire! Open fire!
Welcome to the red zone.